After all that you have been through, and all that you have done, all that you have become, the Aetheran lies in front of you. Divinity is yours to take, or to sacrifice. What you do next decides your own fate, and the future of the world. What shall you do with Divinity?
Ooh. Hey, we have 3 choices. Okay, hold on. We've been through enough. Let's see what happens with all the choices. It gave me the option to save. Let's see what happens when we fulfill our destiny as the God-woken and become the new divine.
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the God-woken. You divine rose, a true heir to the Seven, more powerful than ever, and united Revellon in its battle against the void. All across the realm, she was loved, worshipped, and adored. Humans, lizards, elves, and dwarves all rallied to her banner. The great allegiance stood once more, but the war continued. From the depths of the void, the God King still sought to return. For me, my last hope of ever being freed of the God King's terrible tyranny faded when the God-woken claimed divinity. An eternity of pain and suffering is mine. I cling now to the dream that one day the veil will be sealed, that one day I can be freed, that one day a new God-woken will rise.
That might be a while considering I'm an elf. What am I carrying? Am I carrying everybody's stuff? Oh, is that... I'm so slow. You know what? I don't... We're gonna... We don't need any of this stuff. I'm gonna just... Oh, I can't drop it. Dang it. Oh no. Is that the Red Prince?
Well, well. Look what the cat dragged in. A god, no less. And me in no state to shake hands. Divinity suits you. Though I know of one it might have suited even better.
Shut up. Just jealous. Why am I overburdened? Really, Magister Dolores? Just because we left you on that island? One day we will go back and get that poor man from that island.
Malady stands tall and proud, sunlight sparkling off her mask. From here, she looks almost angelic.
Well, here we are again. You, me, and the ship I've saved from ruin for your personal benefit. I'd say you owe me, but why state the obvious? Get an eyeful, Your Holiness. I expect it's the last we'll see of each other for some time.
She turns to you, arms crossed, and grins.
Look at you. Magnificent.
None of this would have been possible without you.
Don't I know it? Let's hope it pays off.
She fingers the mask covering her face. For a moment, it seems as though she's about to remove it, but instead, she places a hand on your shoulder.
We've come a long way together. I did my best by you all the way. I sacrificed much. But I'd give even more to see you become exactly what you've become. Soon, I'd like to have a little chat about something you can do for me. But I believe that can wait. Relax. Enjoy. I certainly plan to do the same.
Where do you plan to go?
Oh, I don't know, around and about. Treat myself to some mead, a lover or 300. I'd say we've earned it. And when the time comes, I'll come find you. Your Holiness.
Can I really not drop anything? No, I can't. They're just... I must have picked something up that I cannot drop. There we go. Beast! Hi, Beast.
Beast brushes detritus from his beard, sand, skin, and whatever else might have accumulated there. He takes a deep breath when he sees you.
I know it's the same old sea breeze I've always smelled, but it's different now. I don't know how to explain. Maybe you do, oh Divine One.
That's to be expected. A lot has happened.
And who'd have thought it? You're not the collared landlubber I first met, that's for sure. You belong to Rivellon now.
Beast begins to chuckle, then guffaw, and soon he is laughing as heartily as you've ever known him to.
That might be the most dramatic thing I've said in ages.
The laugh fades away, and the concerns of a kingdom and beyond pass between the two of you.
Are you excited for what comes next?
That's what I should be asking you. I'll find ways to excite myself. Always do. First, I go back to the kingdom, see the Queen. There's a lot to do there. Damage that needs undone. Dwarves have lived in fear for far too long on the outside. And the inside. Something tells me it's all going to be okay.
He winks and begins to sing.
You hear the wild beast just sails on the ocean. He's docked in the bay and coming your way. Off on the yawn, you hear the commotion. He's docked in the bay and coming your way. Your cupboard can't hide you, nor can your berth. His daggers don't care about the gold that you're worth. He'll bury your bones neath a mountain of earth. He's docked in the bay and coming your way.
He pauses, then continues to hum, all the while working his whiskers.
Oh my gosh, Beast. Hey, where'd your lover go?
I've never been fond of what the Divine stands for, but I must say, it's rather exciting to say I've been up close and personal with one.
What's next for you?
Who knows? A nice cottage someplace quiet for Mahalia and I. A roaring fire and a feather bed. Maybe. Maybe. But a girl needs some fun, doesn't she?
I would have hoped you'd reformed your ways after winning back your freedom.
Reform my ways? How adorable. No, I'm afraid I cannot escape who I am and what I've done.
Her eyes flick down to your mouth. She smiles coyly, then slinks forward to kiss you.
Yeah, we might as well.
Her mouth meets yours and devours you with predatory abandon. Somewhere in the recesses of your mind, you think you hear her voice sigh, "mine." But then the kiss ends.
Something to remember me by, darling.
Losei.
Losa winks and curtsies in playful reverence. Her spectral gaze twinkles.
Well, at least she's finally free.
Well, if it isn't the new Divine gracing me with her presence. How honored I am.
And what will you do now, Tarquin?
That is the question, isn't it? How does one top the greatest feat of necromancy ever conceived? I might have the answer to that. Tell me, have you ever heard of Gustafchen?
I don't think so.
No, of course you wouldn't. It's a written language, unreadable to most, but myself naturally.
Naturally.
It comes from a mysterious race from another world. Beings that feed on minds.
Oh no, mind flayers.
I intend to seek them out.
Baldur's Gate
This
3?
Gustafchen seems
What?
to guard portals to their realm. And once I've uncovered one, well, Why settle for being the greatest mind in just one world, and there's another for the taking?
Oh, you have fun, Tarquin.
The squirrel smiles, nods, and pats you on the leg.
Thank you, Sir Laura. Eep, eep.
Darling, there you are. Come, let me take a look at you. I've never known a god before they became divine. I was curious if it would have changed you.
She gives you a long, assessing look, but makes no immediate comment.
Do you think I seem different?
She paces around you like a cat, looking you over.
Well, you certainly look the same. But there's something in the air around you. It vibrates ever so slightly. There's magic in it. Power. Don't you feel it?
I do, but I still feel unchanged in my soul and mind.
Maybe you should give it a bit of time. I imagine it takes almighty power a little while to settle in.
So what will you do now, Sebille?
That quite depends on you, I suppose. Is a deity permitted to mingle among us mortals?
She laughs, and it's music to your soul.
I certainly hope so. We love each other after all.
A kiss, and oh, how sweet she tastes.
Love conquers even divinity.
I love Sebille. She was one of the best. Like, she also has a really cool outfit.
Ifan gives you an appraising glance. Curiosity mingled with an emotion you can't quite put your finger on.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ifan.
Reflected in the mirror of his eyes, you see yourself, majestic, powerful, emanating an aura of purest source.
You can be my
Ifan's
concubine.
lip curls slightly, and he looks away.
So, you're it. Our new divine. I truly hope you'll do better than Lucian. Be better.
I'm going to do my best.
You'll need to do even better than that. But if anyone can, I believe it's you. If I can give one last piece of advice, remember that you serve the people, not the other way around.
Very fair. What will you do now?
I need to fix what my actions destroyed. I'm going home. I'm going to return to the forests where I grew up, where the death fog detonated. I'm going to plant new seeds and see fresh shoots spring from the earth. Maybe we'll see each other again sometime.
He pauses, as if about to say something else, then shakes his head. With one last nod, he whistles up his soul wolf and lopes away.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Ifan, that it didn't pan out between us. Oh, he really did summon the soul wolf there. Hey, Wolfie.
I suppose it's time for me to explore a new form of eternity.
Yeah, you want to explain why you never found your family? Can we talk to the Lady Vengeance? You've been with us for a long
It
time.
gives me almost as much pleasure to speak to you as it does to be whole again.
Oh, it's so good to see you. You've been such a dependable ally.
I will always be an ally to those that carry swords, to those whose blood is of the heroes of old. And so, as always, I am at the ready.
It is time to depart.
You look out to the endless beyond. The sun's light plays upon the waves, just as it always did. The sails flutter in the wind, just as they always will. And yet, something is different. You are different. And with a start, you realize where you must go next. You speak the command to the Lady Vengeance, and another chapter begins.
Oh,
War raged on. Arx remained the center of power as the races united behind the Divine. But the Voidwoken attacks continued as they did elsewhere. Arx would see many more long years of war. The ancient empire of lizards became one of the pillars of the new Divine Alliance. The houses of war and of shadows were particularly useful in the fight against the God King. The Empire used the war to expand its territory. Justinia returned to her throne. Under her rule, the Dwarven kingdom fought for the divine, and her loyalty was unquestionable. Many fine and courageous dwarves did their people great honor in battle and in death. With Lucian gone, the elves reluctantly rejoined the Divine Alliance. Their place in the war on the Void would entirely depend on the integrity of the new Divine. And here and there, across the world, what was left of the Black Ring fought on. The island of Fort Joy remained a sorcerer's paradise, a place of exile for those whose sorcery threatened to bring in the Void. For their well-being, its residents depended entirely on the benevolence of the new Divine. Reaper's Coast struggled on. The farms and the fisheries fought to feed the people against the Voidwoken blight. The Black Pits took fire.
Well,
the oil there burns still.
Yeah, we kind of set that on fire.
Driftwood teetered on the edge of starvation until the night the Voidwoken came from the sea. All were killed. This did, however, put an end to the famine.
Well, yeah, if you don't have to feed anybody.
The nameless isle had vanished.
Oh no!
Although only open water remained, by instinct ships would steer clear. None of the captains could articulate why.
Magister Dolores, you're gone for good.
Arcs battled on. Young Han grew up a warrior and became one of the Alliance's greatest generals. But even he could not win the war.
Aww.
Almira and Mihaili settled in an abandoned homestead. The locals liked and respected Almira. She never wanted for help, and deals always fell to her favor.
Oh, I wonder why.
Outsiders were often suspicious, but no local would speak against her. With a new divine at the helm, Malady had a powerful ally, but she was in no hurry to call in her favor. After all, it might be the last thing she ever did. Having performed the greatest act of necromancy in history, Tarquin found the new world unchallenging. He became obsessed with rumors of another plane of existence. One day he vanished and was never seen again. Ahu the wizard served the new divine with honor, wisdom, and an at times unnerving feline elegance. The undead priestess Gratiana remained in her sanctuary.
Oh yeah, we left her alive.
Happy to wait for the war to pass. She was troubled only by the silence of her goddess. Changed by his experience with the Godwoken, Mordus proved a useful tool in the fight against the
Oh yeah, we left him
Void.
alive too.
The Alliance quickly learned to keep him away from ordinary soldiers for the sake of morale. Jehan the Demon Hunter never stopped hunting for
We never really
demons.
saw him again. Supposedly he was supposed to be down in that cell. But
Sahala sought to strengthen the Elven Alliance with the new divine. Her powers of sight proved useful in the ongoing war against the Void.
I'm glad she didn't go
But
too
she
crazy.
could never be sure that the new divine trusted her. Tova, her mother, was Sahela's most trusted warrior.
East.
The Beast of the Sea returned to the Dwarven Kingdom to lead the dwarves in the fight against the Void. After a series of public blunders, Marcus eschewed political power and returned to the
Oh,
sea. The Beast and the Lady Vengeance sail on.
East.
With a small band of elves, Ifan ben Medst replanted the lost forests. After the first fresh shoots broke the earth, Ifan returned to the war, leading the elves in service of the divine. Some say Afrit, his soul wolf, walks the forest still. Sebille wandered the world. She became a household name, famed the realm over as a traveling hero, celebrated wherever she went. Enjoying life to the fullest, she was truly and finally free. And then there was you. For how much of this do you take credit or blame? And what kind of divine were you as the world battled on?
We were a good divine, okay?
Did you show mercy or strength? Did you sacrifice others as Lucian had done? Did you regret becoming divine? Should you have given your soul and sealed the veil? Only you know the truth. Only you know if you atone for your sins.
Oh, that was so good. I had a lot of fun with that. Oh. What are those? Did we even see those? I don't have any great commentary on anything. That last fight was bananas, though. Let's see what the other endings hold. I hope that's where it's going to start us off at. It's loading the Tomb of Lucian. I guess we'll find out where... Yes, okay, good. Alright, so let's give the source back to all the peoples. Release divinity into the world. When everyone is divine, no one is divine.
So it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken. When the dust settled, no new divine had risen. Instead, all source was released into the world for all the people and every creature to share. Everyone was now a sorcerer. And united, the peoples of Rivellon pushed back the God King into the very depths of the void. This ushered in a new golden age of peace and prosperity.
Oh, that's actually a really good outcome.
Alas, it was not to last.
Oh, okay, never mind.
With many greedy for wealth, power, and position, the struggle soon began anew. Source, the very language of creation, was used in violence once more. The never-ending contest for power continued. For me, my last hope of ever being freed of the God King's terrible tyranny faded when the Godwoken failed to seal the veil.
I really thought we ate your soul.
An eternity of pain and suffering is mine, in service of the King, until the day I am freed, the day the God King returns.
I do wonder what... maybe they have... Because we're not divine.
Well, well, look what the cat dragged in. A Godwoken. But what good is it to be Godwoken when Source is now a free-for-all, and there is no divinity to be had? Complaining will get me nowhere, however. Not in this state.
Okay, so he's upset about that.
Malady stands tall and proud, sunlight sparkling on.
Well, here we are again. You, me, and the ship I've saved from ruin for you. Get an eye full. I have a lot of planning to do. Now that there's not to be a new divinity.
She drums her fingers testily on her crossed arms.
All that work, all that effort, tossed into the gutter like a malformed child.
Well, the world is better off without an almighty tyrant.
You say that now. Let's see how you feel when you realize the true implication of a world filled with sorcerers. Never mind. I'll find another way. I always do.
She fingers the mask covering her face. For a moment, it seems as though she's about...
We've come a long way together.
She looks you up and...
I guess this will have... Take a moment, why don't you? Relax. Enjoy. I certainly plan to do the same. The same way I do everything, of course. Demonic. Until next time.
Okay. So I have a feeling everybody is, like, not too happy with what I just did. Alright, well, we're not going to talk to everybody again, because we already did it once. Let's go talk to...
It gives me almost as much pleasure to speak to you as it does to be whole again. She is full of surprises. My wood was splintered, but my spirit intact. It was a great feat, but given her skill, not a surprising one. I feel better than new. I will always be an ally. I am at the ready.
You look out to the endless beyond. The sun's light, and with a start, you realize where you must go.
Okay.
The world was at peace, at least for now. With its significance as the seat of divinity diminished, Arx fell into decline, and within 7 generations had emptied.
That's actually a long time.
Few were as prepared for the new world as the lizardkin of the ancient empire. With power spread equally throughout the world, the advantage lay with those who knew how to steal it, and at this the lizards excelled. Justinia returns to her throne. Under her rule, the Dwarven kingdom prospered, until 2 years later a jealous lover stabbed her in the heart with a mutton fork.
Oh, how ignoble. Button fork?
With their power returned, the elves reclaimed their lands from the death fog and began to rebuild. Soon they would split as 2 factions sought power, one to bring back the trees, the other to bring back the scions. A dwarven joke did the rounds. It ends with the punchline, "So Lucian dropped the death fog on them again."
Oh no.
Only the elven Godwoken could bring the elves together once more. And in a dark forest on the far side of a desert, well beyond the high seas, the Black Ring came together once more.
Okay, so it sounds like sharing power was a very, very bad choice.
The island of Fort Joy, the old redoute of the Source King Brachus Rex, was turned over to the people of Driftwood to use as they wished. They turned it into a holiday resort.
What? A holiday resort?
Reaper's Coast prospered. The fisheries returned, and the fertile farmlands produced the greatest harvests the surviving farmers had ever seen.
That's so weird. Why did they have a great outcome in this?
Blood Moon Island became particularly fecund, its soil producing the greatest crops.
Oh, that's disgusting.
A particularly crimson-fleshed orange grown on the island became a delicacy across half the world.
I don't know if I would trust anything growing on that.
The black pits took fire.
Well, at least that stayed the
oil
same.
there burns still. Driftwood became a center of industry, trade, and transport.
Good for Driftwood.
Lohar became mayor, and Brayton Barnes grew rich until, after a public argument over import duties, Barnes died in an accident, buried under several tons of fish, and also stabbed in the back with a gutting knife.
Don't think I realized Lohar wore a rat.
Lagan left his over-demanding wife and began a relationship with a local bard.
Who was Lagan?
In the spirit of loving generosity, he returned the ring to his now ex-wife. In a fit of rage, she threw it into the sea.
I don't remember who that was.
You would never forget Dorothea's kiss. Dorothea herself left Driftwood for
I
the
don't
ancient
remember who
empire,
Dorothea is
ever
either.
in search of the perfect kiss.
Oh, that was the
She
spider
never
lady.
found it, although once or twice she came close.
We never saw her again. Tragedy.
The nameless isle had vanished. Although only open water remained, by instinct ships would steer clear.
Poor Magister Dolores.
None of the captains could articulate why.
We just left him on that island. He's just doomed forever.
Millennia later, adventurers would come in search of the legendary divine city of Arx and the crypt of the great Lucian. None would pass the path of blood.
Yeah, because y'all aren't pure of heart, like I was.
Young Han went into the theatre and became one of the realm's most
that's funny.
popular actors. Almira and Mihaili settled in an abandoned homestead. The locals liked and respected Almira. She never wanted for help, and deals always
At
fell
least
to
she
her
has a
fate.
good ending.
Outsiders were often suspicious, but no local would speak against her. With no new divine, Malady found herself in a predicament. She had an important problem to solve, but no ally strong enough to call upon.
What
And
is
so her search continued.
what is your important problem? What did I miss? I missed something.
Having performed the greatest act of necromancy in history, Tarquin found the new world unchallenging. He became obsessed with rumors of another plane of existence. One day he vanished and was never seen again. With the source released to the world, Ahu the wizard spent more and more time as a cat. One day he decided he would not change back. With Amadia silent, the priestess Gratiana left the swamps and re-entered the world. With more undead than ever before, she founded an abbey in the Dragonspine Mountains, offering them shelter from hatred and fear. Mordus scratched out a living, ending up as a short-order cook.
Really?
After an epiphany arising from the phrase, sunny side up, he started a religion. Upon his death from food poisoning, all three of his followers committed suicide.
How does an undead get food poisoning? Wouldn't the poison heal you?
Jehan, the demon hunter, found himself at a loose end. So, he opened a museum of demonic artifacts. After it burned down, with Jehan inside, witnesses claimed that the flames were the color of blood. As the forests grew anew and the elves were equals at last, Sahala shared elven knowledge of source with the world. But some elves disagreed and plotted against her. Chief amongst her opponents was Tova, Sahala's own mother.
She was a traditionalist.
The Beast of the Sea returned to the Dwarven Kingdom, this time as a lawmaker. After a very public blunder, Marcus eschewed political power and returned to the sea. The Beast and the Lady Vengeance sail on.
I wonder what his political blunder was.
With a small band of elves, Ifan ben Mesd replanted the lost elven forests. After the first fresh shoots broke the earth, he disappeared and was never seen again. Some say Afrit, his soul wolf, walks the forests still. Sebille wandered the world. She became a household name, famed the realm over as a traveling hero, celebrated wherever she went. Enjoying life to the fullest, she was truly and finally free. And then there was you.
There was me.
You returned to the world a sorcerer among many. Your future was yours to decide. Did you accept your new status with humility? Only you know
We
the
went with
truth.
Sebille. Are you crazy? Why would we not go with Sebille?
Only you know if you atone for your sin.
What sense? I mean, we did eat a lot of people's souls. I guess that was a problem. Next. Let's see how bad this one is. Alright. Let's purge the world of Source. This, I don't know. I guess this will be a good ending?
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken. Dallas the Hammer, the secret eternal, purged the Godwoken and used the source to close the veil to the void. The world was saved. Statues in memory of the Godwoken who sacrificed their source were erected all across Rivellon. They would never be forgotten. The half-demon Malady took pity on the soulless, God-woken silent monks and brought them to the Hall of Echoes. There, from the scraps of their souls that remained, she restored them to life. Sorcerers no more, they lived out the rest of their lives, freed of the burden of being the God-woken, freed from the weight of the world. As for me, the God-woken sacrifice severed the link that bound the sworn to the God King, and I was finally free. To atone for my sins, I spent the rest of my days taking care of the sick and elderly.
I thought we killed
telling
you.
the story of the Godwoken, that the world may never forget the greatest heroes Rivellon had ever seen.
That was so short. What?
Well, well, look what the cat dragged in. A silent monk. At least that's what you would be if it weren't for Malady. To be fair, you are barely more powerful than one, now that the source has been ripped from you. And even more ripped from me.
Well, aren't you exciting?
Malady stands tall and proud.
Ah, there you are. More than a silent monstrosity, less than a god. In the end, I'm not totally convinced it was worth my while to restore your consciousness, seeing what you've done with it so far. Where did I go wrong?
Wait, is Lucian still alive? You might find a good ally in Lucian. Isn't that worth something?
Oof, no thank you. I was interested in being owed a favor by a shiny new god, not some emperor of the realm.
Wait, so did Lucian become the Emperor of the Realm?
Never mind. I'll find another way.
I guess we'll figure it
She
out at the
fingers the
end.
mask covered.
We've come a long way together. I did my best by you all the way. Sacrificed much. And I'd have given even more to see you fulfill your destiny.
She looks you up and down.
I guess this will have to do. Take a moment, why don't you? Relax, enjoy. I certainly plan to do the same. Oh, I don't know. Around and about.
Okay.
Perhaps our paths will until we find.
So she's... Yeah, what did we do? I thought, like I said, we'll find out in the end cards. Lucian sounds... Or, Lucian. She sounds so disappointed in us, though. Hey, Beast.
Beast brushes detritus from his beard.
I never thought I'd be smelling the sea breeze again. Figured we'd all be shuffling around as silent monks right now, so the air seems extra sweet, if you get what I'm saying. More malady magicalness, I'm guessing.
Do you have any more stories? One for the road, the sea?
He eyes you slyly, but consents to one final tale.
The beast of the sea rose triumphant, guiding his fellow Godwoken from an island prison to a final hurrah. He boarded the Lady Vengeance, now inexplicably whole due to magic a beast could never understand, and returned to his homeland. Then began the process of rebuilding, restoring trust, handing out hope, serving his people. Huh. Guess that one doesn't really end with a bang. But that's alright. You know, it's a work in progress.
Oh, I still love you, Beast.
No more source, no more powers. Don't worry, darling. I know you have plenty of other qualities. Who knows? But a girl needs some fun. Reform my ways.
Her eyes flick down to your mouth. Her mouth meets yours and devours you with
Something to remember me by.
Okay, well, she's still a succubus.
Losa looks at you intently, as though searching for defects. She smiles and inclines her head.
Did Losei lose her voice? So weird.
I always thought that those who resorted to self-sacrifice were lacking in imagination. I must admit, that was rather noble of you.
Oh, thanks, Tarquin. What do you make of the state of the New World?
A world without source is one that will need individuals of wit and intellect. A sharp mind is the only magic now. I believe I shall enjoy this new world.
Oh yeah, I guess you can't go find alternate universes now.
That is the question, isn't it? No, of course you wouldn't. I intend to seek them out.
Okay, no, you're still gonna go search for other worlds. Never mind. Yes.
The squirrel smiles.
Eep eep.
Darling, you're here, and I'm here. If just barely. Thank the gods, or whomever, for Malady.
I am very glad that you're not a silent monk.
One can hardly get to the truth without one's tongue, after all.
The shadow of a smile passes over her lips.
I'm glad too.
What will you do now?
That?
She laughs.
We want each other. We love each other. Let others play the game of gods. Love.
Oh, we didn't get a kiss in that one.
Ah, the betrayer.
The betrayer.
Ifan folds his arms and steps back from you, as if your presence is toxic.
What did we do?
I suppose this is proof I've got really bad taste in friends.
Well, Ifan.
After all that we've been through since Fort Joy, after all that, to end up with Lucian once more, to settle for abject corruption over change.
He fixes you with a steely gaze, eyes burnished and shining like pebbles of hatred.
Yeah, whatever. Thank you for all your help.
Your thanks are as hollow as your promises. I intend to spend the remainder of my days seeking to undo what you have done. It may not be possible, but when did that ever stop me before?
Ifan pauses, as if about to say something else, then shakes his head. With one last...
I still think our first one was probably the best ending.
I suppose it's time for me to explore a new form.
Yeah, go explore New Eternity.
It gives me almost as much pleasure to speak to you as it does to be whole again. I am at the ready.
You look out to the endless beyond. The sun's light plays upon the waves, just as it always did. The sails flutter in the wind, just as they always will. And yet, something is different. You are different. And with a start, you realize where you must go next. At last, the world was at peace. As the races united behind Lucian, Arx remained the center of power. the ancient lizard empire opened its gates. The houses disbanded, and the empire adopted a pluralist quasi-democracy. Anyone could vote for whoever they pleased, as long as the House of Shadows approved.
Why did the House of Shadows gain power?
Justinia returned to her throne. Under her rule, the Dwarven
They could have
kingdom
at least showed a
prospered,
picture of
until
Justinia,
2
not
years
whoever this
later,
is.
a jealous lover stabbed her in the heart with a mutton fork.
Oh my gosh. She still dies to a mutton fork.
Lucian made amends to the elves. He gave them lands and vast riches from the coffers of the old divine order. But the elves never forgave him.
I'm
They
sorry,
would
but
not
money and
trust
land
humans
is
again.
never going to fix what you did.
And in a dark forest on the far side of a desert, well beyond the high seas, the Black Ring came together once more.
What are they going to do? They can't reach their god key. Supposedly.
The island of Fort Joy, the old redoute of the Source King Brachus Rex, was turned over to the people of Driftwood to use as they wished. They turned it into a holiday resort. Reaper's Coast prospered. The fisheries returned, and the fertile farmlands produced the greatest harvests the surviving farmers had ever seen. Blood Moon Island became particularly fecund, its soil producing the greatest crops. A particularly crimson-fleshed orange grown on the island became a delicacy across half the world. The black pits took fire. The
I love
oil
that the
there
black
burned
pits just
still.
catch on fire in every single one.
Driftwood became a center of industry, trade, and transport. Lohar became mayor, and Brayton Barnes grew rich until, after a public argument over import duties, Barnes died in an accident, buried under several tons of fish, and also stabbed in the back with a gutting knife. Lagan left his over-demanding wife and began a relationship with a local bard. In the spirit of loving generosity, he returned the ring to his now ex-wife. In a fit of rage, she threw it into the sea. You would never forget Dorothea's kiss. Dorothea herself left Driftwood for the ancient empire, ever in search of the perfect kiss. She never found it, although once or twice she came close. The nameless isle had vanished. Although only open water remained, by instinct ships would steer clear. None of the captains could articulate why. Arx became a great metropolis, famed for its prosperity, its culture, its diversity, and the willingness of its denizens to stab each other in the back for the slightest advantage. Young Han went into the theatre and became one of the realm's most popular actors. Almira and Mihaly settled down on the farm.
Oh, this
The
is different.
locals liked and respected Almira. She never wanted
it's
for
not.
help, and deals always fell to her favor. She presumed she had them in thrall. The truth was, they just liked her.
Oh no, they just liked her.
With no new divine, Malady found herself in a predicament. She had an important problem to solve, but no ally strong enough to call upon, and so her search continued.
All right,
Having
Tarquin.
performed the greatest
Did you
act
find
of
the alternate
necromancy in
universe?
history, Tarquin found the new world unchallenging. He became obsessed with rumors of another plane of existence. One day he vanished and was never seen again.
Well, I guess he found it. Even without magic, he found it.
Ahu the wizard became one of Lucian's most trusted advisors once more. he always knew that something had changed in the divine. He never discovered what that was, or, if he did, he never said a word. With Amadia silent, the priestess Gratiana left the swamps and re-entered the world. She founded an abbey in the Dragonspine Mountains, offering the last of the undead shelter from fortune hunters, novelty seekers, and ghouls. Mordus scratched out a living, ending up as a short-order cook. After an epiphany arising from the phrase "sunny side up," he started a religion. Upon his death from food poisoning, all 3 of his followers committed suicide.
That still baffles me that an undead can die from food poisoning.
Jehan the demon hunter found himself at a loose end, so he opened a museum of demonic artifacts. He made a fortune.
Good for him, he made a fortune.
With Lucian in power, Sahala took the elves away from the world. They grew strong once more amidst the trees of the regrown home forest. Some say her plans for revenge will bring about the end of days. Some say only Tova, her mother, holds her back. Lucian returned as divine, united the races, and became Lord Emperor of all Rivellon. Only Dallis knew that he was entirely powerless. Dallis and you. The Eternal, now known as Dallis, was a secret advisor to Lucian and to his successors. For eons she would walk in the world, and would outlive the peoples and all, and wander alone amongst the dying stars. The Beast of the Sea returned to the Dwarven Kingdom, not as a rebel, but as a lawmaker. Merciful and wise, he led the dwarves into an age of prosperity.
Why is it a good time
His grave looks out over the sea.
Aww.
With a small band of elves, Ifan ben Mesd replanted the lost elven forests. After the first fresh shoots broke the earth, he disappeared and was never seen again. Some say Afrit, his soul wolf, walks the forests still. Sebille wandered the world. She became a household name, famed the realm over as a traveling hero, celebrated wherever she went. Enjoying life to the fullest, she was truly and finally free. And then there was you.
Yep, there was me.
You returned to the world as one more elf among many. Your future was yours to decide. Did you accept your new status with humility, or did you rebel?
At least in this ending, they acknowledge I was an elf.
Only you know if you atone for your sins.
I still like our first ending better. I feel like for everything that we did, that was like the ending for us. All of them had good points and bad points, so I'm glad Beast got a good ending, at least one of them where he wasn't made out to be a fool. I felt like he didn't deserve that. What are these? Ew. Oh, those are the little slugs. Alright, well, that was Divinity Original Sin 2. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all had a great time. I know I did. Oh, that was a long playthrough though. Oh my gosh, we're like 110 episodes or something? Less. Anyways, we'll go on to the next thing. Yay! I will see y'all again. Bye-bye.